Okay, Shalawam. Giving all praises, honor, and glories to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Akwadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops, beginning with Elder Abba Bivens, who came last century back in the 60s, who then passed the torch to Elder High Priest Yaikwab, King Masha, and Elder High Priest Arya, who then passed the torch over to Elder Apostle Tahar in this time here in 2025. And to the hopeful elect, to you I say Shalawam. I pray for you as long as the Spirit permits me or allows me to do so. This is just a quick video alluding back to the video I did earlier to today's lesson 8, August 23rd, 2025. At the end of the first video, it cut off when I was talking about this place being spiritually Egypt. Now, if you look on the back of as you can see right here, you see these words right there, right? So you know where I am. And this right here pertains to this is a pyramid from Egypt, like the ones over there in Giza. Okay. And, let me read give me a minute. Sorry. Because when I did today's lesson, the video cut out right at the 29.5 minute mark, where I was talking about this place being spiritually Egypt, and I was reading the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 68. And let me just go back to that real quick. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, and it reads, "And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships." Now, before they erase the history, you can go online and see that, Negroes were brought over here via the transatlantic slave trade. Okay. "By the way whereof I spake unto thee." Well, let me go back and start from the top. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. "And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt no more see it again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Meaning no man shall set us free. No man shall set us free. Now the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, said that when he comes, he will not meet thee as a man. He's going to come in his full power. So he's going to be the one to set the elect free. Okay. And now, as you can see here, it says, "I will bring thee into and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again." So we already flee. So this right here represents that, Egypt already stood. And back then, during the time of Moses, we built the pyramids. And which proves that the so-called Mexicans, the Issacharites, are Israelites, because they have the Mayans, which are like that's the tribe of Zebulon, the ones from Guatemala to Panama. They have the Mayans, and they have those pyramids down there in Central and South America. And I don't know if they have them in Mexico, so I'm not going to go there because I don't want to get it wrong. But, so Egypt was already been established, the time of Pharaoh and Moses and the Israelites has already been in the history books. And this representation in modern day America on this currency shows that Egypt has stood, and that time of Moses did happen. And this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt right here. And now you can see on this side, it says, though this is an eagle, right? Or is that the turkey? No, that's the eagle. That's an eagle. It just looks like a turkey because it's got, let me zoom in. It's got something in its mouth. So it looked like a turkey for a second, because they got like the little thing that drapes off the top of their nose, but that's an eagle. Okay. And this is the book of Obadiah. It's to prove to you that this is the so-called, the ones that's ruling this world is the so-called white men, the Edomites. And this is going to be the book of Obadiah. It only has one chapter. It says, "The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom," Edom. Esau's name was changed to Edom later on after his birth, just like Jacob's name was changed to Israel. All right, reading on, it says, "We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high." Now, as you notice, the skyscrapers, modern day skyscrapers, they started here in America. because you're not supposed to build, I believe it's either 2 stories or 3 stories. I can't remember what the law is, because, you know, God forbid, you know, something happened to one's dwelling back in the ancient world. If you had to jump out of the second floor or maybe the 3rd floor, there was a good chance you would survive. You would maybe only get a broken leg or something. But these people build these high rises so high that, you know, God forbid if something happens to them, it's imminent, it's instant death, it's guaranteed death. But back to the point. Reading on, it says, "Thou that the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And that's the so-called white man, because he's a very prideful, proud person, based upon what he calls accomplishments. The rest of the world calls colonizing. Obadiah verse 4. "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." So these people, you see, the eagle is the symbol for the animal symbol for America, and they have this so-called space program, which was malarkey. You know, CGI was in full effect back in the 60s. Let's just say that. So I just wanted to clear that up real quick. That's what I was alluding to earlier when the last minute or two, when the video cut out right at the 29-minute and 30-second mark, roundabouts. That's what I was alluding to, was the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill on our currency, and that they're prideful people, and that they exalt themselves as the eagle, and that they set their nest among the stars. So I just wanted to clarify that. You know, that was what I was talking about right before that video cut out. Hence why the part 2 was only like a minute and 16 seconds. So, all right, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Quadash. And as always, like the Spirit says through Elder Apostle Rakar, keep your medicine strong. And medicine meaning prayers, okay? So this is the Lord's Prayer. And like the Spirit said through Elder Yashawamba out in Dallas, or out in Texas, you know, this is a full spectrum prayer right here. It covers all things that we both know that we need, or feel that we need, and things that we don't. It covers it all. So, and remember, we read from right to left. The top of this 3 column right here, that's the way you used to spell it. That's how you pronounce it, and that's what it stands for. Okay? So till the next time, stay strong. Shalawam.